Justin and Hailey Bieber are practically love goals, based on their interviews and gushing social media posts. But what happens when the cameras are turned off? How does Justin honestly treat Hailey? Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. Today we'll be taking a closer look at Hailey and Justin Bieber's married life. Before we move on, don't forget to drop a like. If you're new here, then don't forget to smash that subscribe button. Also, do click on the bell icon to turn on post notifications. So, without further ado, let's get started. Let's be honest, Justin has a lengthy history of inappropriate behavior toward the women he dates, and he has confessed to being disrespectful to women in the past. Justin once lashed out at a random woman at the gym for counting her reps aloud, and the woman even claims Justin spat in her water bottle when she wasn't watching. Justin was also labeled a sexist after criticizing Taylor Swift for standing up to her exploitative manager, Scooter Braun, during the release of her album Lover in 2019. Instead of standing behind Taylor, Justin sided with Braun and made fun of her on Instagram. Justin then tweeted a lengthy statement explaining why Taylor shouldn't have singled out Scooter Braun and accused her of using her supporters' pity. Justin, understandably, was concerned by the fans' reaction and disabled comments on his post. At the time, one supporter wrote, "Justin Bieber is a misogynist. He cheated on Selena and then blamed his depression on her for breaking up with him." Also, Selena Gomez, who dated Justin on and off for about 8 years, stated that she felt like a victim throughout that time. Let's also not overlook Justin's numerous defenses against Chris Brown, including his claim that Brown's physical assault on Rihanna was an accident. So has Justin's behavior improved after finding Hailey? He swears he has, but his followers are not convinced. Some fans are still concerned that Justin's off-screen treatment of his wife Hailey is harmful. And here's their proof. Justin is a liar. Justin and Hailey Bieber, née Baldwin, have married twice, and they don't back away from discussing their love in public. In 2018, they were legally married in a New York City courtroom, and in September 2019, they held a spectacular, conventional church wedding in South Carolina. Since announcing their wedding, the couple has been unexpectedly open about their love and what it takes to be a married pair. However, this makes it appear as though they waited a long time when, in fact, Justin proposed to Hailey after only 3 months of dating. One supporter highlighted how it explained the quick marriage and mentioned how waiting 2 months to have a sexual relationship was the biggest sacrifice. Justin stated he remained celibate for a year previous to meeting Hailey because not having a physical relationship allowed him to feel closer to God. "I think this can cause a lot of pain," Justin said, and added, "Sometimes people make love because they don't feel good enough, as they lack self-worth. Women do that, and guys do that. I wanted to rededicate myself to God in that way because I really felt it was better for the condition of my soul. And I believe that God blessed me with Hailey as a result. There are perks you get rewarded for good behavior." Some followers have also accused Justin of being a hypocrite for preaching about self-worth and ethical behavior after spending years disrespecting women and cheating on his old girlfriend, Selena Gomez. Justin bangs the car door in Hailey's face. It's entirely normal for two individuals in a relationship to become irritated with one another from time to time. But it's how you cope with that rage that reveals a lot about your character. And based on how Justin handles Hailey when he's unhappy, it appears that he still has massive anger issues. Many supporters believe that this only demonstrates that Justin hasn't altered his habits and still has severe anger issues. One individual tweeted, "So not only does Justin slam the door on Hailey as she gets out of the car, but he also acts like a raging lunatic when she beats him in an arcade game." This leads us to the next event in which Justin revealed his true personality. So what occurred after Justin lost an arcade game? What made supporters so concerned about Hailey as a result of this? Back in February 2020, Justin had a meltdown over an arcade game. Hailey shared a since-deleted Instagram story in which she defeated Justin at an arcade game with a score of 2,050 to his 500. "Maybe I wasn't trying," Justin had screamed, to which his wife responded, saying, "I beat you, accept it." Fans instantly slammed Justin for yelling at his wife over a stupid game, and many of them expressed concern about Hailey. The fans pointed out that this is really not the way you behave when you're simply having fun. According to one fan, all of this just proves that Justin is still an immature person with a very fragile ego. Justin is passive-aggressive, besides his anger issues. Justin also appears to be passive-aggressive towards Hailey on a regular basis, and he makes no attempt to conceal it. This type of conduct was shown in an Instagram live video Justin and Hailey conducted to share Justin's new Lyme disease diagnosis with followers. Justin abruptly stopped Hailey's explanation of Justin's road to diagnosis, claiming that the fan had asked him and not her. "She was asking me." For a second, you can see Hailey appearing concerned, if not afraid, as she requested Justin to repeat what he said. However, at the moment, Justin smiles as if he's kidding, but he's clearly sending off a strange feeling here. Things became even more uncomfortable as Hailey nervously laughed at Justin's "It's my Lyme disease, not your Lyme disease" joke. Even when Hailey attempts to explain that she's been at Justin's side during it all, and is possibly as aware of the illness as he is, Justin simply talks over her and acts like a grumpy adolescent. To top everything off, he says, "Listen to me, woman," at one stage, which, whether meant to be funny or not, is just a cringe-worthy comment to make. Justin is such a child and immature. My only thought is she loves him more than he loves her. And when one fan said, "Hailey looks like she's always afraid of saying something wrong," another person replied that this was a clear sign, stating that Justin has narcissistic personality disorder, and added, "That's what it's like to be with someone with NPD, constantly walking on eggshells, being gaslit, etc." Justin continues to bring up Selena. Hailey also has to cope with Selena Gomez's followers' hostility, as if coping with Justin's recklessness wasn't enough. Some of Selena's followers are always equating Hailey to Selena and making nasty remarks about her appearance. Justin recently starred in the music video for Drake and DJ Khaled's hit song Star, where he was seen lip-syncing Selena's name. Fans accuse Justin of still pining over his ex-girlfriend and being rude to his wife as a result of this. Also at the time, one individual tweeted, "Justin Bieber has tested positive for Obsession 19, as he can't seem to stop mentioning his ex. The star is currently undergoing treatment, but sources say it's futile." Justin was well aware that lip-syncing Selena's name would elicit such a strong reaction from fans, so why was he doing it? It's not like he needs any more attention. He also understands how much hatred his wife receives from Selena's supporters. So why would you go out of your way to offer these followers even more reasons to criticize Hailey? To say the very least, it seems odd. Alright, beautiful people, that's all we have time for in today's segment. What do you think about Hailey and Justin's relationship? Do you think Justin treats his wife poorly? Do let us know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe. See you soon!